Hey guys, welcome back to the Hill Homestead. So today we have a few things planned. Not sure if we'll get to all of them, but as usual, first things first, we have to go do the chores. So we'll catch back up with you after we're done with those. All right, so chores are done now. So we're going to start working on the first project of the day. And it's a little bit windy, still a little bit chilly out here this morning. The sun hasn't really crept through the clouds yet. So we're gonna work in the trailer. And for that trailer, we bought some of these roll-on floor mats. They're the Red Barn multi-purpose rubber utility mats. People on these pictures, you can see that they're used in trailers. They can be used as home gym mats or for barn floors. So I think that'll be good for traveling when we do go to, jackpot shows or hauling cattle or pigs or anything like that anywhere. So we're gonna get these in and secure them down with as minimal damage to the wooden floor as possible as far as screwing it down. I don't think glue would hold very well over time. So we're gonna get it in. Hopefully we have enough and shape it to the floor. So instead of moving the trailer and getting it out away from this wall right here that we have it pulled up behind, what we're gonna do is, instead of guessing on a straight edge, we're gonna start here and we're just gonna roll it towards the end, and then whatever scrap pieces we have to cut, we will angle into that triangle there at the top. So we're gonna get those things in here, get them cut, and get them rolled out. These are the screws we're going to be using. We're going to use as few as possible on this floor. but they're 1.5-inch screws. They are wood screws, so we're going to put them through the mat onto the floor, kind of seal it up against the wall here, and then we'll be able to maneuver it around and fasten it to the floor. All right, so the first mat is in. We are about to roll out the second mat here and make cuts to it to make it fit, because we don't have enough room in the trailer to roll the whole thing out. So we'll definitely have to cut it. All right, so here's what we've got so far. I did make some very rookie cuts right here with the straight razor. So all that's left is this little strip right here. But unfortunately, that's all we have left. So probably gonna have to make a trip to the hardware store and buy just enough to cover this area, because that obviously is not going to be enough. So we're gonna get some other things done. We have to run out and get hay today too. So whenever we go out to get the hay, we will get the materials to finish this. So something I did want to talk about is today is Saturday the 30th. You guys will be watching this probably, hopefully, on New Year's Eve, which would be tomorrow. Are some New Year's resolutions or goals that you guys or myself might have. You know, you always have your common ones, which are, you know, lose weight, pay off stuff like that. So what are some of your all's resolutions? I definitely like to hear them, whether they be personal, whether they be, you know, business related, you know, goals in your life that you'd like to attain this year. And something that I've learned is there's no goal too far-fetched. It could be working towards one that may not be attainable necessarily in a 365-day period, but making progress towards something. There's so many different types of goals that you can set for yourself. But yeah, if you don't mind sharing those with us, we'd love to read about them. And you know, maybe it would be something that would strike an interest in us and give us some ideas for some other New Year's resolutions. So one of the goals that Des and I have set for ourselves this year is to get some more debt paid off. Last year we really got on the Dave Ramsey train, and we were hot on it for quite some time. We were able to get the truck, the Jeep, and a couple student loans paid off. My loans are completely paid off, and Des just has very little left on hers. But you know, me being me, and something that I need to work on in the future is my instant gratification. I'm the type of person that when I think of something, then I want it done yesterday. It's already 20 minutes behind or a day behind. So instead of, you know, looking at the long term and saving up for things like this trailer or the tractor, we did have a plan for the trailer as far as getting it paid off, and it'll be paid off in the next 2 months or so, but as well as a piece of equipment. So we kind of got ourselves back into debt a little bit, but like I say, hopefully this will be paid off very soon. and then we can start hammering away on the rest of our student loans as well as the tractor. So that's one of our personal goals for this year between the two of us. Another New Year's resolution I have is very common for a lot of people, and it's to lose weight. I mean, work on my health, work on my fitness, things like that. I am only 27 years old, so there is really no excuse for me not to find a way to the gym or some kind of workout regimen. And some of you may know, some of you may not, but I was a college athlete, played football in Central West Virginia at Glenville State, and there I played defensive line. I was about 320 to 330 pounds in my time there. So after football, I kind of realistically let myself go in a sense, and at one time I actually got up to 340 pounds. And on the New Year's Day of 2020, I decided that, you know, I was done. I was losing weight, and I was very successful. I lost 70 pounds by April, and of course that was the year that the world shut down, so all gyms closed down, and the only thing that I could rely on was, you know, myself going out and running or doing my own exercises from home and focusing on my nutrition. Well, over the years, you know, I would gain that weight back. Not all of it, but some of it back. I think I got up to 290 again, and every year it's become a vicious cycle of losing the weight, and by about April I'm pretty burnt out on it, and I go back to eating whatever I want, no matter how unhealthy that may be, and typically gain quite a bit of weight back by January, and then by January I have to lose it again. Thankfully, I am really good at losing weight right now in my young age, but unfortunately I'm also very good at gaining weight. So this year I'm going to try to make it a point to lose the weight and keep the weight off without burning out. So that is one of my other personal goals for this year. One of our farm goals this year is to have as many piglets and calves on the ground as possible while maintaining the health of the animal. So this spring we do plan on breeding 5 of the 6 of these calves back here. One of them is just too small. She is not going to be ready for breeding. And then of course we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 of our pigs that will be old enough and able to breed. Right now, 2 of our Hereford pigs are ready to breed. One of our Hampshire crosses, she is bred and actually due in the next couple of weeks. And pigs are pregnant for, I think it's 3 months, 3 weeks, and like 3 days. So all the 3s, so we'll call it 4 months just for time's sake. So we will likely breed her once more and breed these girls. You can get 2 breedings a year out of them, but we'll probably stick to 1 at first and see how getting rid of the piglets goes. But as many piglets as possible, and then early 2025 we hope to have some calves on the ground. So that is definitely an exciting thing, because that promotes a lot of growth here on the farm, and we will have plenty of pork for ourselves as well as family and friends that might want some. So that is definitely one of our goals, is growth. So with today being Saturday and us being home, it's a good type of reset type of day, where when pigs are getting low on feed, because we store the feed in the barn, we like to take extra feed out so that way we're prepped for the entire week. 2 bags will definitely get these 2 through the week. And I'll take 7 bags down to the other barn because they typically eat about a bag a day. So that'll get us through next Saturday. And then we'll be able to reload it and take them some more feed. All right, so some of you could be new to the channel or may have never watched the video of our introductions for the farm, but this right here is Dino. This is our boar, and this is Betty. This is one of our sows. She is actually the only sow that we have here on the farm, and a lot of our piglets that we have down in the bigger pen are hers, as well as some Herefords that we picked up along the way. But we named them Dino, as Dynasty. He is the start of the, the pig breeding operation we have here on the farm. And this is Betty. We call him Dino and Betty because we like to do kind of themes, and these are from the Flintstones. But this is Betty, the one that I was referring to earlier, that is due here in the next couple of weeks. She is starting to bag just a little bit. She won't turn sideways because she thinks I'm giving her feed, but they have already been fed this morning. But like I say, we hope to get at least 8 to 10 piglets out of her, and get them out to fair kids as fair projects here come 6 weeks post delivery. So in this pen, you can kind of tell which ones came from Betty and Dino, our breeders, and it would be these 2, the black one with the stripe and this red one with the stripe right here. The rest of them were given to us as far as piglets go as bottle babies, which we've told that story in another video. But these 2 Herefords right here are the 2 that I was referring to being ready to breed. They are about 10-11 months old, but these pigs have kind of been a nuisance recently as far as the electric goes. So she has gotten out plenty of times, and we did stick her with our Hereford boar, so there is a possibility that she's bred. We're definitely going to keep an eye on her, seeing if she comes back in the heat or not. But this one, the black one right here, this is Daisy. We do plan on keeping her as a breeder as well. So that is part of our breeding plan for this year. She's only 6 months old, so she will not be bred here anytime soon. We will have to keep her separate from our boar, but these 2 will definitely be going into the breeding pen before long. And I say that we're not sure if she was bred or not because Bowser, our Hereford boar, he is not quite tall enough. They are just a little bit bigger than him because they have him by about 3 to 4 months. So we will definitely put them back in with him in the meantime to see if she comes back in the heat and gets bred. So when I tell you guys, those pigs, a few of them, have been quite the nuisance, this is what I'm talking about. So they got out and they did find the feed barn. So they were able to get in here. Sorry, the wind is getting pretty bad and starting to whip a little bit. They actually got in here into the feed barn, found their feed, and tore into some of the bags. So Des put them up on the wood pile here, the one that we have left, but they took all the bags and just shredded them. So luckily a lot of the bags they got into were empty and didn't lose a whole lot of money there. But they did get a little snack out of another one of the bags. So I'm gonna clean this mess up and restock their feed for the week. And then we'll see what else we can get into. So I told you guys about how the pig fence, or how they kept on getting out. Well, for whatever reason, the pig fence had 0 electric to it. So you might have just heard that little zap. And that is because one evening after work, I had very little time, got home a little bit later than usual, and I had to rig up this fence as best I could, and we luckily had a solar panel electric box that was not being used for anyone, and I was able to hook that up, and it's been keeping them in pretty well here recently. I think we've had one instance where one got out, but other than that, they're staying in now. So, something that has been crucial to me as far as weight loss would be that machine right there. Not specifically that one, but an elliptical. So, like I said, I played ball, and in result of that, my 27-year-old knees feel like they're about 50, 60-year-old knees. So I don't like running. I never did. My knees really had nothing to do with that. But now, running specifically really hurts my knees. So the elliptical, it's easy on my knees, it's easy on my hips, and it is very effective as far as getting a sweat going. So the plan for now is to get up in the mornings before work, go get a lift in, and then in the evenings I'll come home. I won't have to leave. I have this very nice Livestrong elliptical given to me by my Uncle Matt, who watches this channel, as well as his wife, my Aunt Ange. So thank you guys for this. It's going to be used quite frequently here in the following months. In the comfort of my home. I'm gonna put it in the laundry room because that is the room with the most space in my house right now. So I'll be working out from my laundry room about every evening. So I'm gonna get this in here and get it set up. All right guys, so fairly productive day. Not as productive as, you know, what I would like, but they never are. Hi. So the trailer has a mat in it now so that the pigs and cows or whatever we put in there won't slip around. So having that trailer floor done is going to help out a lot. And now the cows have hay. But aside from that, we are going to start cleaning out the garage a little bit and working on a pig pen for Betty. That way she can have her piglets and we can keep them in the barn, keep an eye on them, and keep heat lamps on them. So that is the projects to come, and we'll see if we can get any videoing done with that. So you guys have a wonderful new year. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas, and like I say, I hope everyone has set some goals first of all, and I hope that they are attainable enough for you guys to reach them throughout this new year. But like I say, have a happy new year, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.